Our life is what our thoughts make it. It can be tempting to understand our own lives as a series of fixed events that happen to us that can only be interpreted in one way. Maybe we walk around with a sense that we'll never be able to be successful because of circumstances that occurred in our childhood, or we expect that we are fated to some kind of unfulfilling life for one reason or another. One of the most effective changes you can make in your attitude towards yourself and your life is to realize that if you expect that you're going to fail, you probably will. If you expect that your life will be ruled by past trauma, then it likely will be. By viewing your own life in a negative light, you are in effect creating the reality where your experience will be quite disappointing. What this means, though, is that it actually might be possible to change yourself for the better and correct the course of your life by simply changing your thought. To be clear, this isn't a prescription to simply repeat affirmations about becoming rich and then waiting around to win the lottery without even buying a ticket. If the idea that your thoughts create your reality seems a bit far-fetched to you, consider just entertaining the idea in your own mind for a while. What if you expected that you will live a good life and you will achieve the goals you desire? What if that expectation actually facilitated your dreams coming true? When you think about it, there is hardly much harm in trying this approach to life on for size. The next time you get upset by a life circumstance, no matter how small or large, try to zoom out and consider other ways that you could think about the situation that leaves you experiencing less pain and discomfort. You never know. It might just be crazy enough to work and fundamentally change your life for the better. At day's first light, have in readiness, against disinclination, to leave your bed, the thought that I am rising for the work of man. Even Roman emperors don't always feel like getting out of bed in the morning. To help counteract the temptation to hit the snooze button and drift back off into the dream world, Aurelius suggests that you immediately remind yourself of the fact that you are doing the work you were destined to do. He goes on to ask if lying under the blankets and keeping myself warm is really the purpose of my creation. If you struggle to face the day, try to remind yourself right away of your greater purposes and the part you play in the story of existence. In Aurelius' view, it's nature's bidding that you do your share of the work, to do your part towards a coherent world order. Do not waste what remains of your life in speculating about your neighbors, unless with a view to some mutual benefit. To wonder what so-and-so is doing and why, or what he is saying or thinking or scheming, in a word, anything that distracts you from fidelity to the ruler within you, means a loss of opportunity for some other task. It's easy to focus more on what's going on with the people around you than it is with yourself. While it's all too human to get caught up in the drama of what other people are up to and what they might think of you, Aurelius rightfully argues that this represents a major opportunity cost in one's life. If you find yourself spending a lot of time focusing on other people, whether through judgment or admiration, consider stepping back and centering in yourself. What do you really want to do with your life? How do you really want to spend your time? There's a good chance that the answer isn't gossiping, judging, or fixating on others. In all likelihood, you have goals and dreams that you want to accomplish that can only be reached through your own deliberate action. If you catch yourself getting caught up in the whirlwind of other people, their problems, and their opinions, remind yourself that you are choosing to spend your precious, finite time in a way that most likely doesn't benefit you in any way. Live a good life. If there are gods and they are just, then they will not care how devout you have been, but will welcome you based on the virtues you have lived by. If there are gods but unjust, then you should not want to worship them. If there are no gods, then you will be gone, but will have lived a noble life that will live on in the memories of your loved one. In just a few sentences, Marcus Aurelius offers a pretty bomb-proof way to justify living a virtuous life. He breaks down the potentials of metaphysical reality as having only three possibilities. There are gods, and they are just. There are gods, and they are unjust, and there are no gods. Whatever happens after you die, whatever the true meaning of life is, Aurelius argues that living a good life is the answer no matter what.